My girlfriend told me, I need space. A couple days later, she uploaded a photo from a so-called girls' trip, and clear as day in the corner of the shot, I spotted an arm with a tattoo I recognized. Her ex's arm. I left a quick comment, great picture. Then, for good measure, I dug up the full uncropped version from her iCloud and sent it straight to his wife. What happened next online was pure chaos. Honestly, it was better than any Netflix drama. I'm 28, sitting here with popcorn in hand, watching my ex's entire life unravel on social media in real time. Just 3 weeks back, my girlfriend Lila, she's 26, gave me that classic line, I need space to find myself. We'd been dating for 2 years, living together for 8 months, and everything seemed normal. We'd literally just bought tickets to fly out for Christmas with my family. She swore up and down she wasn't ending things. I'm not breaking up with you, she said. I just need a little time to figure out what I really want. Maybe I'll crash with my friend Naomi for a few weeks. No contact would probably be best while I work through my feelings. Stung like hell, but I played it cool. I hugged her, told her I understood, and even helped her pack a couple bags. She left her laptop and iPad behind since we shared the place. My home as much as hers. So fine. A week went by. No calls, no texts. Dead silence from her, which is exactly what she asked for. I did my best to respect it. I kept busy, work, gym, anything to keep from spiraling. Then, out of the blue, my buddy Carter shot me a text. Yo, did you see Lila's Insta story? I opened it up, and there she was, smiling with 3 other girls at some beach resort. Caption read, sometimes you just need your girls. Girls trip. Self-care. Finding myself. Right? Because apparently, finding yourself requires a beach vacation. Whatever. But then I zoomed in on one of the photos. They're all sitting at a beach bar holding drinks. And there it was, barely in frame but unmistakable. A man's arm, covered in a sleeve of tattoos. I knew that arm. That was Owen, her ex from college. The same guy she swore was long gone from her life. The one she said was basically dead to her after he cheated. My gut reaction? First, pure rage. Then the bottom dropped out, depression. Finally, suspicion kicked in. Here's the thing, we shared an iCloud family plan. Dumb in hindsight, I know. Months ago, when her storage filled up, she asked me to add her. I'd never poked around before. Never had a reason to. Now I had a reason. I logged in and boom, the truth hit me like a freight train. The uncropped versions were all there. Owen wasn't just in the background. He was in every single shot. Arms around her, kissing her cheek, couple photos at sunset. So much for the girls' trip. In reality, it was 2 couples. Naomi with her boyfriend, and Lila with Owen. And here's the kicker, the part that pushed me past heartbreak and straight into fury. The metadata. All those photos started uploading the day before she gave me the space speech. This whole thing was planned. I screenshotted everything. And then I decided to go nuclear, but in the most low-key way possible. Step 1. I left a public comment under her beach photo. Just 3 words. Great picture. Almost instantly, she broke her own no-contact rule. Texted me, thanks, babe. Miss you. That's when it hit me like lightning. Owen wasn't just her ex. He was also someone's husband. Married for a year. His wife, Sophie, is the sweet kindergarten teacher who posts wholesome craft videos on TikTok. Didn't take me more than 5 minutes to track down her profile. My message to her was short and to the point. Hi, Sophie. You don't know me, but I think you should see these photos from your husband's current vacation. I attached every single one. Full images, timestamps, kissing selfies, the whole ugly truth. Then I sat back and waited. Update 1. Holy hell, the internet did not disappoint. Sophie got my message around 8 p.m. By 8:15, Owen's relationship status vanished off Facebook. By 8:30, she had posted the photos on TikTok with the caption, when you find out your husband's work conference is actually him hooking up with his ex. And just like that, it exploded. Overnight, it racked up to 3 million views. The comments were ruthless. Not the kindergarten teacher being the one teaching lessons. The way she kept the receipts organized by timestamp, queen behavior. Somebody check on Lila, bestie. Seems like her boyfriend doesn't know either. That last one was my favorite. Okay, maybe I wouldn't say chef's kiss, but it was perfect, because after that my DMs started flooding. Friends sending me the TikTok, asking, Dude, isn't this your girlfriend? Meanwhile, Lila clearly hadn't caught wind of the firestorm yet. Next morning, she posted another photo with Owen fully visible this time. Caption, "Paradise with my person." And the comments? Absolute carnage. Girl, your boyfriend is looking for you. Not the soft launch while your actual boyfriend thinks you're having alone time. Owen's wife has entered the chat. Lila, check TikTok challenge. Within an hour, she deleted the post. Then she locked her account. Then gone full radio silence on Instagram. That's when my phone started blowing up. 16 missed calls from Lila. 12 from Naomi. 8 from random numbers I didn't know. The voicemails came rolling in, each one more desperate than the last. First one, "Marcus, what did you do? Call me back now." Fifth, "This is so messed up. You had no right to involve his wife. You're ruining lives." 10th, "Please, we need to talk. It's not what it looks like." But come on. It was exactly what it looked like. And then the best part, Sophie dropped part 2. Ring doorbell footage of Owen leaving for the trip, suitcase in hand, telling her, "Love you, babe. I'm gonna miss you this week at the conference." Then part 3, screenshots of their credit card bills showing charges at the very resort Lila was at. And part 4, the grand finale. Sophie serving him divorce papers at the airport when he landed. She had them ready. That woman didn't waste a second. At one point, Naomi tried calling me from Lila's phone. I actually picked up. She said, "Marcus, you need to fix this. You've destroyed everything." I told her plain and simple. I didn't destroy a thing. I just told Owen's wife the truth. She snapped back, "You had no business getting involved. Lila's my best friend, and Owen's her husband. You ruined lives." I said, "Correction. Lila was my girlfriend, and Owen is her husband. We both had a right to know." Her excuse? Lila was going to tell you when she got back. Tell me what? That her space was really just an excuse to hook up with her married ex? It's complicated. You don't understand their history, Naomi insisted. I told her she was right about one thing. I don't understand. I don't understand helping your best friend cheat with a married man while lying to me, her boyfriend. If she wanted me to understand, she could explain that. Naomi hung up. Then the twist I didn't expect. Lila's mom called me. Elaine and I always got along, and she was crying. "Marcus, honey, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. She told me it was a work retreat. She lied to you too. I'm mortified. I raised her better than this. Are you okay?" Honestly, I didn't know what to say. I was still processing. But then she added, "For what it's worth, I think you did the right thing. That poor wife deserved to know, and you deserve better than this." Finally, someone in that family who made sense. Update 2. That's when the entitlement really started showing. Lila came home early from her little girl's trip. Apparently, things got pretty awkward once Sophie's TikTok series passed 10 million views. And yes, someone even made a 45-minute YouTube documentary called The Sunset Beach Homewrecker Mystery, a digital detective story. So, Tuesday morning around 7 a.m., she waltzed back into our apartment. I was just getting ready for work. She still had her key. That was my mistake. But at that point, I was focused on handling one thing at a time. She walked in and the first words out of her mouth were, "We need to talk." No, we didn't. I told her plain and simple. She could grab her stuff, hand over her key, and be on her way. "Marcus, please. You don't understand," she begged. But I understood just fine. She planned a secret getaway with her married ex before asking me for space. That told me everything I needed to know. Then she tried one of the boldest lines I've ever heard. "I was going to choose you. This was just closure." Closure? Really? Kissing him at sunset, hugging on the beach, taking couple photos, that's not closure. That's cheating. She kept digging. I needed to know if there were still feelings. And anyway, he's the one who's married. That's not my responsibility. Their marriage was already broken. The audacity almost knocked me over. I just stared at her for a second, then told her flatly, "Get your things, leave the key, and you've got 1 hour to do it." She broke down crying. Where am I supposed to go? Naomi won't even answer me anymore. Turned out Naomi's boyfriend had seen the whole scandal online and dumped her for enabling it. So Naomi wasn't exactly Team Lila anymore. Not my problem. Then she tried another angle. "This is my home too. I've been paying rent. I reminded her that she only covered rent for 2 months before forgetting, and after that I paid the rest. The lease? In my name alone. You can't just kick me out. Sure I could. She packed up and left 3 weeks ago to find herself. I was just making it official. Next excuse. What about my job? Everyone's seen those TikToks. HR is involved. See, Lila worked at a marketing firm that prided itself on ethics and moral branding. And now she was internet famous as a homewrecker. Not exactly great PR. Again, not my problem. That's when she threw out the line, "You've ruined my life." No, I corrected her. She ruined her own life. I just let the wife of the married guy she was sneaking around with know the truth. She eventually left, sobbing, but not before firing off some Venmo requests that still make me laugh. $2,000 for emotional damages. $3,000 for her half of the furniture. $1,500 for vacation interruption costs. $5,000 for defamation compensation. I declined every single one and blocked her. But she wasn't finished. Not even close. She kicked off a smear campaign on Facebook, painting me as some controlling, paranoid boyfriend who spied on her and violated her privacy by digging through her photos. Of course, she left out the part where she was the one who gave me access to the shared iCloud in the first place. Her mom, Elaine, wasn't having it. She jumped into the comments and wrote, "Lila, stop. You cheated. Own your choices publicly." Her own mother called her out. Lila deleted the post right after. And then, unbelievably, Owen decided to slide into my DMs. This guy is the human embodiment of a red flag, and he had the nerve to message me, "Bro to bro, that was seriously uncool. You destroyed my marriage." Excuse me? He destroyed his marriage the second he chose to cheat. He doubled down. It's not that simple. No, it was exactly that simple. Then he played the "you don't understand, Lila and I have history" card. I told him what I understood. That he and Lila were both cheaters and they deserved each other. His last gasp? "I'm going to lose everything in the divorce because of you." My answer? Good. He even threatened to sue me for alienation of affection. But apparently his own lawyer told him that's not even a thing in our state. Blocked him too. Now, the best twist of all, Sophie, the wife, reached out to me. She thanked me. She said, "I know this must have been painful for you too, but thank you for telling me. I had suspicions already, but this was the proof I needed. My lawyer says the evidence you gave me makes this case airtight. I'm sorry you had to go through this." Class act. Pure class. Update 3. Things only escalated from there. Lila's career went down in flames. When your entire job revolves around social media marketing, and you become the face of a viral cheating scandal, clients don't exactly stick around. 3 major accounts demanded she be removed from their campaigns. HR gave her an ultimatum. Resign with 2 weeks severance or get fired with nothing. She took the resignation. And who did she blame? You guessed it, me. She even had a lawyer draft an invoice claiming I owed her $50,000 for intentional infliction of emotional distress and tortious interference with employment. I forwarded it to my cousin, who's an attorney. His reply? LMAO? Tell her to pound sand. So I literally did. I sent her a picture of a pile of sand with the caption, "Your lawyer's retainer would be better spent here." But the wildest part was still coming. Remember how she left her laptop behind? She finally demanded it back, and fair enough, it was hers. I didn't want to see her, so I dropped it off at the front desk with building security. But she forgot one little thing. She was still logged into her email on my PlayStation, the same one she used for Netflix. I wasn't trying to snoop, I just wanted to log her out. But before I could, an email preview popped up with the subject line, Our little secret, from Owen, dated 6 months ago. This wasn't some recent fling. They'd been reconnecting for half a year, while she was living with me, while we were making plans for our future, while I was covering her rent because she couldn't. The emails spelled it all out. Their meetups when I was at work. The nights she claimed were girls' nights. The weekends she said she was visiting her sick grandmother. Funny thing, her grandma commented on Facebook last week that she hadn't seen Lila in over a year. I screenshotted everything before logging her out. Not to blast online. I'm not that petty, but for my own closure. Proof that all the times I felt something was off, I wasn't crazy. She'd gaslit me into doubting myself. I've been right all along. And then karma stepped in. Beautiful, poetic karma. Sophie's divorce lawyer subpoenaed Lila as a witness. In their state, adultery directly impacts asset division, and they needed Lila's sworn testimony to establish the timeline. Lila called me, screaming, "I have to testify under oath because of you." No, she had to testify under oath because she chose to have an affair with a married man. They want my phone records, my emails, everything. Well, maybe she should have thought about that before. "Can't you tell them to leave me alone?" she pleaded. I asked her how exactly I'd do that, and more importantly, why would I? Because if you ever loved me, you'd help me. And I told her straight. If she had ever loved me, she wouldn't have been cheating on me for 6 months. She went silent. Then, instead of owning up, she asked how to log out of her accounts remotely. Digital Security 101. She hung up on me after that. But the absolute peak of entitlement came from Naomi. She hunted me down on LinkedIn since I'd blocked her everywhere else. Her message read, "You owe Lila an apology. She's on my couch crying every night. She lost her job, her reputation, and her future because you couldn't handle a break with dignity. A real man would have fought for her instead of destroying her. You're pathetic." My reply to her was simple. A real friend doesn't encourage cheating. And besides, weren't you the one who said you'd cut her off? Guess getting dumped made you change your mind. Misery really does love company. Huh? Next thing I know, she reports me on LinkedIn for harassment. They reviewed it, found nothing wrong, and closed the case. Then something unexpected happened. Elaine, that's Lila's mom, sent me $500 on Venmo with a note that said, "For the rent Lila should have covered." I'm sorry. I sent it right back with a message. You don't owe me a dime. You're a kind person, and your daughter's mistakes aren't your burden. But she sent it again, this time with, "Please just take it. It'll give me peace of mind." So, I donated it to a local nonprofit that helps people who've been cheated on get therapy. I forwarded her the receipt, and she told me she appreciated the gesture. Final update. It's been 2 months since this roller coaster started, and I think it's finally time to shut the door on it for good. All those legal threats, they fizzled out. Lila's lawyer bailed when she couldn't afford the retainer. Owen's lawyer told him flat out he had no case. The only actual legal fallout was Bridget's divorce, which wrapped up last week. She walked away with the house, the nicer car, and alimony. Honestly, the queen got what she deserved after everything. Lila's career, though, it never bounced back. The marketing scene here is tight-knit, and being the face of a viral cheating scandal doesn't exactly scream trustworthy brand ambassador. Last I heard, she moved back to her hometown a few hours away and now works at her dad's insurance office. But before leaving, she tried one last insane stunt. She launched a podcast, no joke, called Truth and Consequences, My Side of the Story. Episode 1, The Surveillance State of Modern Relationships, where she painted me as some creepy stalker. Episode 2, When Love Becomes Control, where she hinted I was abusive, but gave 0 actual examples because there weren't any. Episode 3, The Internet Mob Mentality, where she complained that going viral wrecked her life. Each episode got absolutely roasted in the comments. And after the third one, the hosting platform pulled the plug for harassment because she kept naming me and Bridget. But here's the part one actually loved. Bridget started her own TikTok series called Rebuilding After Betrayal. It's uplifting, full of advice about spotting red flags and starting fresh. She blew up 500,000 followers, and she just landed a book deal. She even mailed me an early copy with a note inside. "None of this would have happened without your honesty. Thank you for giving me my life back." As for me, I'm in a pretty good place now. Therapy helped me unpack the whole mess. Turns out finding out your girlfriend's been cheating for 6 months can do a number on your head. Who would have guessed? I redecorated the apartment, scored a promotion at work, and even started dating again. Met someone great, actually. Her name's Jenna. Funny twist. She recognized me from the TikTok saga on our first date. I thought it was over before it started, but she laughed and said, "Good. That means you already know cheating is a deal breaker. Saves us that talk." She's a keeper. Then, out of nowhere last week, I get a text from an unknown number. It was Lila. She wrote, "I know you hate me, and you're right to, but I need you to know I see now how badly I screwed up. Victor left me the moment his divorce was finalized. I lost everything for someone who never wanted me. I'm in therapy now, trying to figure out why I do these things. I'm sorry for everything. You deserved better." I didn't answer. There's nothing left to say. But reading it gave me something close to peace. Closure, maybe. The thing is, if she'd just been straight with me and ended things, it would have hurt. Sure, but I would have moved on. Instead, she lied, cheated, gaslit, and then played the victim when she got caught. That's what led to her downfall. And I walked away with a lesson that sticks. Believe people's actions, not their excuses. Don't let pretty words blind you to ugly behavior. Oh, and never, ever share an iCloud account with a partner. One last bit of irony. Apparently, Victor tried sliding into Jenna's DMs last week with, "You know your boyfriend is crazy, right?" She snapped a screenshot, posted it to her story with, "Actually, he's amazing, but you're still garbage," and tagged Bridget. Bridget reposted it with crying laughing emojis. The internet stays undefeated. So yeah, that's it. I'm officially done with this saga. Time to look forward and stop glancing back. Thanks to everyone who stuck through this dumpster fire with me. May your relationships be calm, your iCloud stay private, and your peace remain intact.